relationship, and also I was working with him, and yeah, it was interesting.
Do you guys keep it hush hush, or was it just like out in the public?
No, I mean people knew at that time. But what's the question? Yeah.
Dubai Bling.
Mm-hmm.
Season 1, Season 2, a lot of drama, a lot of action. The question is, how much of it is real, and how much of it is scripted? Because that's a burning question we all have. Like, would you rather be in the UAE or in the US?
Being a mommy is the best thing ever. I've made the love of my life, so it's just such an exciting chapter, and I just can't wait to see this little boy grow up. Hi, this is Brianna Fade for Social Kandura.
So has there been a...
We're sitting on a podcast here. This is amazing. We get to...
Who they were, maybe
Exactly the woman I want.
Let's create some content. Yeah.
Hey guys, hello and welcome to a very interesting podcast here at Social Kandura. We have Brianna Fade. Thank you so much for coming down over here.
Thank you for having me.
You might recognize her from the Dubai Bling reality show, but she's a lot more than just a reality show. She's an established talent manager. She runs a few brands over here. She's a content creator. She likes creating content, and over and above all, the most precious thing, she's a new mom as well. How has the experience been, and how are things going on at the moment?
Amazing. Thank you for having me, firstly. Being a mommy is the best thing ever. I've made the love of my life, so it's just such an exciting chapter, and I just can't wait to see this little boy grow up.
And congratulations on having him, and obviously the house as well. The house looks absolutely beautiful. How much effort went into design? Because I know it took you guys years to put that together.
I mean, we got the place a couple of years ago, and from there we started doing the renovations, and it's just, I mean, just to get permits alone, it took quite a while. Obviously, we had an amazing team doing the whole construction. So, I mean, with what they did a great job in the time they had. Right. But it's a full-time job in itself. I was there pretty much almost every day on site, just making things that were happening, and it was a challenge. And there's still work going on even now. Like it's a non-stop project. You'll always see something that you need, or that you need to get done. Yeah. So it's a forever home. So it's all worth it.
True. You find something cool on Instagram, you're like, hey, can I get this on my house? And there it goes. Just the process starts off.
Yeah, exactly. There's always something.
It's crazy. So now, obviously, before coming to Dubai, you did quite a lot of stuff of events and a lot of stuff around media in the US. How did that work out, and how did the journey from US to Dubai happen?
So working in events and media, I actually fell into working in nightlife in a very big city in the States, and with that, I was actually approached by a company in Dubai. So they kind of poached a lot of talent from the US, from Europe, brought us out here to Dubai to open. This place, it was called Pasha. I'm not sure if you remember. It was a few years ago. Yeah. The job was okay. It wasn't great, to be honest. It's no longer a business anymore. I think after a couple of years, they shut down. But during that time, I met my husband now, Chris. So it was about 6 months in. I met him at that venue. And then, I kind of just fell into then talent management. So once that opportunity ended, and I fell into talent management. So I worked with Curveball Events, which is Chris Fade's management company. So the owner, Karen, is his manager. So she does events, talent management, coordination. So then I worked in that space. And a lot of people actually don't know this, but I was actually Chris Fade's assistant for a while. So we were in a relationship, and also I was working with him, and yeah, it was interesting.
Do you guys keep it hush hush, or was it just like out in the public?
No, I mean, people knew at that time, because I was going with him to events, I was on calls, I was having meetings. So, and people did know that we were in a relationship. I mean, it was nothing that we, spoke about, but obviously people knew. But it was interesting. I mean, when you're with a partner or in a relationship, you want to vent, right, to them about your boss. Who do you do that to when you work with your boss? So
True.
Yeah, it was interesting.
one personal question which I have, you can choose to not answer it. Every time I see Chris Fade, he's so full of energy. Like, I've never seen the guy having a dull moment. He's always like, hey guys, what's up? Let's do that, let's do that. How do you deal with a person that is so energetic all the time?
You know what? And because I think I'm opposite, I'm kind of like more reserved, more shy. I like my quiet and peace.
Right.
And that's kind of how I, recharge my batteries, is just to kind of cut off, right? He's opposite. I think he charges his batteries with just being out and people and, he has that vibe. So I think on those aspects we are different.
True.
So it can be. I mean, it can be a lot. So that's why I'm like, okay. That's why I'm like, have my time. I need my moment. I need to work out. I need to do my yoga or just kind of zen out. But it's a beautiful relationship that we have. I think we balance each other out in that way.
Yeah, and as they say, opposites attract.
Yeah.
I think that works really well.
Yeah, exactly.
How does managing Fade fit? Because I know you guys are going all across GCC, Kuwait, Bahrain, everywhere all across. How challenging has it been to grow a literal, I think Fade Fit is the definition of a homegrown brand.
Yeah.
How did the concept come across that, we're going to start, because just thinking about starting your own brand is a very terrifying fact. Yes. How did it go from there to now being, top retailers all across GCC?
Sure.
And I see it in Zoom and everywhere else.
Right. So, thank you. Fade Fit actually started with my husband, Chris Fade. He went through a transformation. He was overweight and depressed. And on Instagram, he started posting his workouts. So he was motivated. He wanted to change his life. So he went through this journey, this transformation. And he just started using the hashtag Fade Fit, right? Chris Fade Fit. So it was just a hashtag at first. And he saw that people were adopting it and, using it on their own transformation videos and photos, right? So then he would also get a lot of DMs saying, hey, what can I do? Or you inspire me. What is it that I need to know in order to make this transformation like you did? So then it was actually because I was kind of, during that time, I was with him. So we decided to create this event. It was a free event. It was a Fade Fit event. Mm-hmm. We had sponsors. We had motivational speakers, nutritionists, therapists, doctors. We had a good friend named Sujit, who's in a wheelchair, who was also working out. He was part of that day. So it was a very motivational event, free event. And we had thousands of people register, hundreds of people attend, and that's kind of how Fade Fit started. It was just a
hashtag which then built a community, and then you guys saw potential on that.
So then the products also started a different way. So he was getting a lot of parents message him privately saying, hey, I'm looking for a snack for my daughters, a healthier option snack. And he's like, you know what? I had this idea to create his own, and that's how Fade Fit started. So our first snack was actually Choco Loco. It was a kid's snack.
Okay. Yeah.
And that was the first snack, and now it's gone on to protein snacks, protein puffs.
We've got shakes, we've got protein balls, everything.
Vitamins, and then now we're obviously expanding, and we're gonna make a proper protein bar, 20 grams of protein.
Oh, that's good.
And then we're also looking at now the Fade Fit brand is gonna branch off into different things. So now that I have a baby, we're gonna do baby fade. So having even non-food products. So we're looking at expanding.
Oh, that's amazing. Mm-hmm. Something different from obviously Fade Fit and everything else as well. Dubai Bling. Mm-hmm. Season 1, season 2, a lot of drama, a lot of action. The question is, how much of it is real, and how much of it is scripted? Because that's a burning question we all have. Is it scripted?
Yeah.
Is it true?
So definitely, it's not scripted. I can tell you that there was no scripts that were printed out at all. Obviously, you're put into situations that you may not be in. Mm-hmm. So it is a show after all. You have to get your hair and makeup done. You have to dress the part, and But there's absolutely no scripts.
Okay, so whatever you see is what is actually happening. You guys have just been put in those situations.
Yeah, definitely.
That's very interesting.
All the emotions, all the dialogue, all of that is pretty real and raw, and obviously there's a lot you don't see.
Interesting. And something which I'm personally very curious also to understand is being in the media space, where every single move that you make or every single thing that you say is so closely monitored. People judge you on that. People make preconceived notions about you as a person based on what you say. How do you juggle all of these things? Have there been moments, because I'm sure amount of trolls and hate comments and everything else that comes your way. How much does that impact you, and how do you what's your switch off to that, and how do you move on?
So, I mean, really it started when I first started dating Chris, right? Because he was always kind of in the media and in the spotlight. So I didn't even know that he was who he was when I started dating him. I didn't realize how popular and kind of famous or a celebrity he was in the region. So yeah, it was all new to me, and it still is. I am more reserved and more shy, and I've never been as public as I am now.
True.
So I kind of fell into this spotlight and into this media, and I guess now an influencer. I'm an ambassador and endorser for many brands. So yes, I am kind of in the public eye, and so. Yeah, when I'm out in the street or, I'm getting stopped for photos, like I still get taken back. Like I appreciate it. I love it. Like that people know me and know my life and know Cruz, and, it's amazing. It is, it's nice to have, even though I do get shy, but if you see me, if you see me in the streets, please say hi. Like I don't mind photos, But what was the question?
How do you handle being in the media, bro? Like, everything that you say is monitored. So how do you?
Yeah. So on social media, you do get the occasional negative hate.
Yes.
I think I even posted something that somebody said because I discussed how like stopping breastfeeding. It's every mom's journey. You have to stop eventually. True. And I got somebody post something negative like. Why are you doing that? Like, kind of, how dare you? You should be breastfeeding as much as possible. It doesn't matter how busy you are. And so I posted this comment. Okay. And I got so many. I got, I think, 1,000 replies on just that one. Okay. Like, girl, like, don't worry. Like, we've been there, done that. Do your thing. Like, don't let her get to you. So I was, for this one comment that I get, like, I have thousands of, like, supporters. So it's
so I think one hate comment that you get, you have so many of those
exactly.
as well. Something else as well, which is obviously correct me if I'm wrong. The People magazine were the first to ever show Cruz's photos. Yeah. Right. The People magazine is like the People magazine.
Right.
How did that process look like? And it's a big deal, right? To have your kid making, I would say, an introduction to the world via that platform, and I don't think you guys had shared anything before that came out as well.
Yeah.
How did that feel as a mother, that you're starting off the kid at such a high thing? You think you're putting him under pressure from day one, like, hey, we got you started here, and then like, how did that come
I mean, just being the son of Chris Fade, you already, you're already in there. You're already there. You're already in the spotlight. The expectations are already there. But when we announced our pregnancy, they reached out to us like a while ago, People magazine, and they were like, we need the first photo. Like, please let us go with it live first. So. We were honored, of course. We're honored, and it's such a big deal. So I actually had Cruz in November, and we had to wait, I think, like a whole month for us. We had to hold off for him. Sorry. Right. So we had to wait a whole month. Yeah. So we wanted to share the news to everybody, like, us not posting anything really for a whole month is a long time.
I'm sure, and we obviously take a lot of control for you to not post that stuff as well. So.
Yeah, exactly. But we knew it was kind of an amazing way to announce our baby, and so we were so happy that we waited.
Amazing. Thank you. And any particular experiences that you have during the entire motherhood that you would have done something differently, or would you have the way it went was perfect? Would you change one thing? You know what?
So I'm 35. Technically I'm a geriatric mother.
Is that even a word?
That is, okay. Which means you're an old mother, right?
Oh,
so
okay.
there's all these kind of like risks, right, when
Yes.
you have a baby at an older age. But I would not have it any other way. I know there's, moms that may say that, oh yeah, you should have had earlier, because then, then you won't be so old, I guess, when your
When
child
the kid
is
grows up, yeah.
right. But I don't think I would have had it any other way. I think having a baby maybe younger or as an accident or whatever, like I wouldn't have been prepared mentally, and it wouldn't have been fair, I guess, to my child.
Correct.
So having it this way, getting engaged, meeting Chris and being with him in a relationship for 8 years, and then getting engaged, and then getting married, and then having a baby, like, I think it was just a perfect timeline for me. Now I can be completely selfless, and like whatever I do now, I dedicate for my son. So happy that it happened this way.
For sure. That's a different thought as well, and a very different spin. And as people say, age is just a number. You could, especially in today's day and age where people are so conscious of their health, their routines, their skin, their fibers. So it's like age just becomes a number. You can never tell how old a person is, and that's a very fitting reply as well.
Yeah.
So now we move on to a segment called Is This or That,
Okay.
where I give you 2 options and you have to choose. You can't pick favorites, okay?
Okay.
Would you rather be in the UAE or in the US?
UAE.
UAE, okay. More options, more opportunities.
Well, it's actually funny. I was just having a conversation because I'm American, and when America is one of the only countries that keeps tab on you. So whenever I open a bank account, I still have to give my social security number because they want to know my earnings, and I still have to pay taxes back in the States where I don't live. So it's an interesting subject there. Don't get me into politics, but definitely UAE.
UAE, hands down. Okay. Would you rather Netflix binge a series, or would you rather go for a hike outdoors?
Oh, you know what? Both. I do love. Sorry, both. Can I take a hike first and then
And then
relax
watch
and watch Netflix? Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you that. Would you rather have a shawarma, or would you rather have a taco?
I'm Mexican. Taco,
So tacos,
of course.
right?
Yes.
How good is the Taco Bell here versus the one that's in the US? Can you compare them?
Well, the Taco Bell here is closed now.
Oh, there's one branch, right?
There
in Jumeirah?
is?
Yeah, in Jumeirah there's just one, as far as I know.
Oh my god, I have to go. I don't know.
There's just one, yeah.
Let me try it and I'll get back to you.
Because when I was in the US, I lived there for about 3.5 years down in southern Florida, and Taco Bell used to be like our go-to.
Okay.
We used to love Taco Bell.
I mean, Taco Bell's not real Mexican food, so.
Oh, is it not?
It's not.
Oh.
I'll make you a real taco.
Okay, interesting. What's your favorite Mexican food here in the UAE? Which restaurant is the favorite one?
So I tried a place called Lala's.
Okay.
It's really good.
Authentic?
It's really good. It's not the authentic that I know back home, but it's got there's something about it that's authentic. I think it's from a different part of Mexico, but it's delicious. You have to try it. Yeah.
I have to try it because I love Mexican food as well. My burritos and my quesadillas, everything else.
Yeah.
I love those as well. Okay, great. Would you rather have high fashion or casual fashion?
I'm casual. I'm a casual girl. I'm pretty simple, easygoing. Yeah.
Would you rather do yoga or CrossFit?
Ooh, I studied actually yoga, so I would have to say yoga. I studied in school. Yeah.
Okay. What is that one thing which Brianna wouldn't leave the house without, no matter what?
What could I mean, I don't want to say phone, all that. It's so basic.
Yeah.
Chapstick.
Chapsticks. Okay. Fair enough. What is that one thing which we would find in your bag if someone were to steal it?
What is the one thing that you would find
of value that someone would want to steal it in your handbag?
God, I don't know.
I'm not giving ideas to anyone to steal your bags.
No, but I mean, what do you carry? Like, I carry makeup, my phone, my wallet. I mean, I don't really.
Nothing,
I try to be honest, nowadays I'm carrying a diaper bag, so like
okay.
I'm trying not to carry both right now. So like,
true, yeah.
I'm usually carrying a diaper bag, so I'm not sure if anybody wants that.
Interesting. Can we talk about upcoming projects and where Fade is headed? We touched very briefly on where the brand is going, but how has been the perception in international markets for the brand, And do we see new stuff that's coming in for Fateful in the next couple of months?
Yes. So we are now pretty much across the GCC. So we're obviously here in the UAE, Qatar, Kuwait, Saudi, Bahrain. We're even in Romania. So we are definitely looking at expanding internationally. We did a couple expos in the States. So we are looking at expanding in the US in the next couple years. And yeah, we're launching a protein bar for Fade Fit. It's like a proper protein bar with 20 grams of protein, so that'll be out at the end of the year. And then we're also kind of branching off into another, I guess, subcategory of Fade Fit, which is baby fade, because now that I'm a new mommy, so we're looking at, can't really disclose too much, but it's the only thing I can say it's non-food related.
Okay, so not to what Fade Fit currently is doing, something different to that as well. Okay. Closing off, a lot of people look up to you in terms of, your fitness goals, the way that you run the business, the way that you manage everything, and just the way that you are, What is that one key information, or what is that one piece of advice that you would give to, let's say, a 20-year-old Brianna and to any teenage girls or younger audiences that are watching who want to be like you? What would be your message to them?
Sure. I think it's important just to be authentic. I know with social media and media, we can get caught up into what we think we need to be or what we need to achieve to be. And I know having a certain status or showing off money or jewelry and, having a certain appeal, that we have to focus on that just to be important or to, succeed in life. And I don't think that's always the case. I think being authentic is really the best way to go.
Interesting. Thank you so much for spending so much time with us. It was a great conversation. I think we had a lot of great stuff as well. All the very best in future, and we're going to keep an eye on everything that you're doing. And congratulations on everything, and hopefully more such things for you to come your way as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me.
A pleasure.